work. Good, this is taking forever. Um, uh, I understand that these are the same people that gave us, the Inquisition and breaking up into different forms of tribalism, turning God into their leader. They've done this for thousands of years. And then when they can't get people to accept God as their leader, they destroy God altogether and then get everybody to capitulate to their brilliance. It's the way they see it. And we've been dealing with people like this for you know, tens of thousands of years since the dawn of what we refer to as civilization. And it's one big dirt clod covered by one big body of water. Okay? Given it's its essence is greater than anybody's limited mind that thinks they're the gods of the planet and the universe, and so all these you sit and you watch these people, that human beings are going to transcend this and we're going to have drugs to live forever, and all these gross disgusting things they want to do to be permanently their brain. They become so addicted to the brain and all the things they think they can think and all the things they can do with the brain to try to transcend. They're not happy with the life, the gift given to us through the life of sacrifice. It has to transcend that. Their brain has to be able to live forever. And it's like that would be really fucking boring. Really fucking boring. To just reach an apex of the general nirvana brilliantness and live forever through that general nirvana brilliantness because your brain is so amazing. There's nothing I can't discover. Well, try to discover being humble and appreciating the gift of life, because you know what life is worth. You look for years on earth and now you see the light, asshole. One of the great things about reproduction is, I remember that episode of 70 Show a Kitty when she was going through menopause, and then she went glad, and Brett says something about grandchildren, and she's like, oh yeah, it's even better being a grandparent than a parent, because you've raised your kids to be to enjoy and appreciate and love the gift of parenthood. And as a grandparent, you get to just take them and and enjoy them, and then give them back to the parents. Who it's the full-time job for the parents to be the job. It's better than a job. It's living lovingly through faithfully enjoying the gift of life through one another. Jobs are for slobs that have ego problems. And accept ego problems as reality. It's better than a job. It's a holy covenant. It's living life through loving one another faithfully. It's a job is what idiots do for advertising on TV. The Chinese commercial, it's two guys sitting there, who volunteers to work overtime. The other guy volunteers. The guy who's the favorite goes, okay, come on, let's go play golf. It's a Volkswagen commercial. And the guy who volunteers like, fuck. Sure stepped into that one. And I have lots of things about that with, delusions of authority and power and manipulation and favoritism and all that crazy crap that assholes do when they involve you in competition over their favor to, reflect the success of their ego as well. Crazy rich Asians. Yeah. Crazy people accept the most stupid interactions for the most stupid outcomes in the history of the world. Everything, anything, everywhere, all at once. Yeah, it's an award-winning movie. Yeah, so it is. Don't give your time away to your own ego through other people's egos. Don't do it. It's a terrible crime on humanity, and especially on your own children. If you accept winning Oscars as success, you destroy your time with your family through their delusions of grandeur. Hey, look, is that Otto Preminger? There's Cecil B. DeMille. Do you see what I'm saying? And so don't accept the King and Queen of England's delusions of egotistical grandeur over you. That's insane, right? We're all given life by the glory of God, and we can all share this world in peace, obeying natural laws and working in peace together to live in peace and rest in peace together, right? It's not that hard. It's actually quite easy. It is. Unless you're a psychotic moron who wants to outsmart me to be the god of the world. Yeah, how's it going, god of the world, you fucking assholes? The place where I was born is Las Cruces, New Mexico. This is the place where they invented the nuclear weapon to terrorize us all with their delusions of authority. Okay. They're all, well, it's a good thing that we invented the nuclear weapon before Adolf Hitler or the people that we invented to perform the Holocaust, to replicate books. If you look at, you read the Bible, right, and the books written down. Okay. Now, the way these people saw it as God's chosen people were the Jewish people, the tribe that Jesus was born among during the Roman occupation. So when they talked about God's chosen people, because they turned it into tribalization, they were talking about mass murdering the Jews. That's why they mass murdered the Jews during World War II, to usher in God coming from the sky and reigning from on high. And they knew that wasn't true and it wasn't real. They were just trying to replicate the conditions from the book so they could push off pretenses as being the divine despots, the gods from the sky that rule on high, like what they did with the pyramids and the gods going to the sky and 5,000 people being killed and building God's big tomb to the greatness of the giant womb that gives birth to their soul in the sky to reign on high and rule us from the sky. And God, how dumb are you fucking people? You're all the Washington Monument. You think you got the greatest penis in all the world. And that bitch that you have psychotic murdering children with is the giant womb that has the big gold vagina at the top that gives birth to your spirit to rise on, to rule on high from the sky. You guys have been doing this for about 10,000 years. And you're still doing it with your satellites looking down on us. And we are the gods of your TVs and your cell phones and tell you what to do. Now go get our money to pay us to live here. Okay, just forgive that trespass, alone one eternal faithful peace. Be an eternal faithful parent that has faith in omnipotent God that isn't your fucked up ego. Hi, my name is Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. I happen to be the Messiah. Okay. And I can save you and your children from your taxpayer dollars that pays for technology to tell you what to do over their ego murdering satellite money. I'm going to load this one. We'll see if it takes like 14 hours like the other 3 that I loaded this morning. These people at White Sands here in my hometown and over there at Huachuca, they're the most pathetic people in the history of the world. If they can't come to terms with that, it's probably going to take about 3 hours to try to load this video. I love you, all right? Peace.